Like he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot. My God.
Yeah, he very explosive. He's very explosive.
Shakur sees that. He's anticipating something to come. He knows he's going to explode in. So what does Shakur do? Keo takes a big step in. Shakur takes a big step back. You know, again, always understanding because he has great eyes. Great eyes, understands boxing very well and movements.
Joe Rogan couldn't hide his shock when he laid eyes on Shakur Stevenson's bulging, razor-sharp physique ahead of the Teofimo Lopez fight, and right from the jump he dropped a warning that made fans sit up straight. Rogan said this version of Shakur doesn't just look different, he looks dangerous. He praised Stevenson's elite defensive IQ, slick footwork, and calm killer instinct, calling it one of the most special skill sets in boxing today. According to Rogan, Shakur's insane conditioning boosts his speed, balance, and punch placement, turning every movement into a calculated threat. He explained that Shakur's body transformation isn't about muscles for show, it's about efficiency, explosiveness, and control inside the ring. Rogan emphasized that when defense, timing, and physical peak collide, opponents don't just lose rounds, they lose confidence. His final message was clear: underestimate this version of Shakur, and you're already losing the fight mentally.
Since Floyd Mayweather, his defense was incredible.
Defense, and he stayed. And that guy was putting the guy from Golden Boy. I can't remember his name, who he fought, but was just a good fighter and was really pressuring him. And Shakur stayed in the pocket.
Yeah.
He stayed in the pocket.
He
People were calling him a runner before.
Anymore.
He's not a runner, yeah.
But he said after that fight, I'm not going to fight that way anymore. He said I took too many shots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he wanted to put on a show and show everybody he's not just a runner. He could stand in the pocket.
Right.
Then he's like, why am I doing this? I'll box the shit out of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean, he's a silver medalist, that guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's elite. He's elite. Yeah. And just one of the best, as far as skill.
Shakur Stevenson's camp is locked in with a level of focus that separates champions from contenders, and every single day reflects a mission-driven mindset. Each training session is designed with purpose, sharpening his defense, elevating his speed, and refining technique down to the smallest detail. Coaches drill precision relentlessly, demanding clean movements, perfect timing, and elite conditioning that holds up deep into brutal rounds. Nothing is random, nothing is wasted, and every rep builds confidence. This discipline shows not only in Shakur's sculpted physique, but also in his calm, controlled mentality under pressure. He studies opponents, adapts quickly, and trusts the process without distraction. The result is a fighter who doesn't panic, doesn't rush, and doesn't break. Shakur enters the ring mentally armored, physically prepared, and strategically sharp, turning preparation into dominance. That professional approach makes him dangerous to anyone across the ropes and proves he isn't just training to compete. He's training to control fights. Tim Bradley dives deep into the upcoming showdown, breaking down the starkly contrasting styles of Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson and why this fight is shaping up to be a chess match in the ring. Lopez is all explosive energy, relying on twitchy, lightning-fast movements that generate brutal, knockout-level power. There's a subtle rhythm to his attack, a pause, a setup, then a sudden flurry that can overwhelm opponents in an instant. Stevenson, in contrast, is the master of control, using precision footwork and impeccable distance management to dictate the pace of the fight. Much like Roy Jones Jr. in his prime, Shakur closes the gaps only when it serves him, avoiding unnecessary risk while forcing opponents to fight on his terms. Bradley stresses that footwork will be crucial. Stevenson's ability to anticipate Lopez's bursts, stay balanced, and maneuver strategically could neutralize that raw power. This battle of agility versus strength promises high-level strategy and electrifying action, showcasing Stevenson's defensive genius against Lopez's sudden, explosive offense.
Yeah, feet is what gets you in position to be able to land those shots. Footwork is extremely important. When I look at both these guys, and I look at Shakur's footwork, I look at Teo's footwork, and what I noticed about T.O.'s footwork in particular is that in order to be able to throw with the amount of power that he has, there's I've noticed with T.O. there's always a subtle pause before he actually explodes. And T.O.'s a guy that likes to explode into contact, like to explode into his opponents when he land his offense. Fast, twitchy type muscles, fibers. He's extremely fast. Some may say that his twitchiness kind of reminds him of like Roy Jones S type of movements. How quick he's able to close the distance on his opposition. However, he's in there with a guy that is a master at controlling distance. That's like he's a master at literally, getting in his position, right, in the position where he wants to be and taking away your position. And with doing so, he takes away your feet, and that's why I think feet are going to be extremely important in this. If you can keep your opponent off balance, for instance, let me just give you an example. It's like T.O. explodes. There's a subtlety before he explodes with his offense. And as soon as Shakur sees that, he's anticipating something to come. He knows he's going to explode in. So what does Shakur do? T.O. takes a big step in. Shakur takes a big step back. Again, always understanding because he has...
Ryan Garcia confidently predicts that Shakur Stevenson will dominate in his upcoming fight, highlighting the key attributes that make him such a formidable opponent. Garcia points to Stevenson's lightning-fast speed, elite defensive skills, and exceptional ring intelligence as major advantages that can outclass anyone in the division. He emphasizes that Stevenson's ability to remain calm and adapt under pressure sets him apart, making him especially dangerous against a power puncher like Teofimo Lopez. Garcia believes that Stevenson's combination of precision, agility, and smart strategic thinking gives him the edge to control the fight from start to finish. According to Garcia, if Stevenson executes his plan flawlessly, there's little doubt he can secure victory, demonstrating that preparation, skill, and composure are just as lethal as raw power in the ring. His prediction reflects strong confidence in Stevenson's complete skill set and mental toughness.
We need some real boxing guys in this thing.
Yo, who you got, Shakur or Tio?
I got Shakur Stevenson beat him.
You got Shakur? You don't think Tio's gonna win?
Nah, bro. Nah,
Damn, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I got Tio too, bro.
You guys got Tio? How much you guys want to bet, bro?
I got Tio.
How much you guys want to bet? Anytime.
Bet, bro. I don't got money compared to you.
Nah, I'll bet. Hey, I'll bet in your tax bracket.
100. Let's do 100.
I'll bet 100, bro.
Let's bet 100.
Shakur Stevenson is under the microscope as he prepares to face Teofimo Lopez, with critics raising questions about his game plan and recent performances. Some argue that his resume doesn't match the depth of other top fighters, pointing to names like Gervonta "Tank" Davis, whose mix of size, speed, and knockout power has been proven against elite competition. While Stevenson has earned praise for his skills and ring IQ, detractors note that his past opponents, such as Zapita, haven't posed the same level of challenge, making those victories less impressive in comparison. Stevenson's style relies heavily on defense, precise distance control, and strategic movement, which has served him well, but there's concern about how it will hold up against Lopez's raw power and sudden bursts of speed. Critics worry he might focus too much on evasion, turning the fight into a test of endurance and timing rather than forcing action. Despite these concerns, Stevenson's technical mastery and mental composure make him a dangerous and unpredictable opponent, leaving fans and analysts eager to see if his approach can withstand Lopez's explosive aggression. This clash promises high-level strategy, thrilling dynamics, and a fight where every decision in the ring could swing the outcome.
Wasting up Shakur Stevenson, his resume is not really that deep if we're really being fair. And I would challenge y'all to compare it to Gervonta "Tank" Davis's resume and then really look at who they were, look at Tank's frame, look at Shakur's frame, and tell me what looks to be more special. But here you got Shakur being hoisted up and praised nonstop, but then a lot of the same analysts when they talk about Tank, they're like, oh, man, Tank's disappointing and Tank needs to fight someone and his resume's not that good. Who on Shakur's resume is just like this world beater? People always talk about, oh, Tank don't have Hall of Famers and don't have good fighters. Ryan Garcia is a dangerous fight. He has one of the best left hooks in the game. He was undefeated. Undefeated fighters could be stubborn, and he's definitely bigger than Tank. Even Shakur, he would probably be bigger than Shakur, but it would at least be closer. So for me, it is more impressive seeing the smaller guy like Tank produce that type of punch and power and being there with the giants and guys like Frank Martin. To me, I would rather have seen Shakur, Frank Martin, like they were supposed to fight, but it fell apart over money, than the fight with Zepeda. Especially, like I said, Zepeda coming off 2 performances where he arguably lost both, if not one of them, and was exposed and dropped in the fight. You know, Teofimo, I think that's a good name for Shakur Stevenson, but the fight hasn't happened yet. So we have to see what it is. But all this talk about like Zepeda being, who was that good? Robinson Conceição really should have lost to O'Shaquie Foster. They rematched, and then he did lose. He's cool. And he lost to Valdez before Shakur fought him, and Shakur missed weight.
Shakur Stevenson's mindset going into this fight is all about embracing challenges and pushing limits. He thrives on facing opponents who test him physically and mentally, and Teofimo Lopez is exactly that kind of challenge. Stevenson's disciplined approach, accountability in the ring, and ability to adapt under pressure set him apart from most fighters today. Analysts highlight that Lopez's speed and explosiveness are real threats, capable of breaking even the most precise defensive strategies, but Shakur's agility, countering ability, and ring IQ make him more than prepared for these tests. Every movement, punch, and feint from Lopez demands full attention, and Stevenson's experience ensures he stays sharp while executing his plan. Experts agree this will be a chess match, a battle of timing, positioning, and adaptability, with Stevenson aiming to control the center of the ring and force Lopez to fight on his terms. This fight isn't just about power, it's about strategy, patience, and precision, and fans are in for a masterclass in elite boxing. If you want to witness every breakdown, insight, and knockout-level moment leading up to this epic clash, make sure to hit that subscribe button, share this video with every fight fan you know, and smash that like button so you don't miss any updates. Stay tuned, because this battle is going to be unforgettable.